Oh, hello there, Farmer Bill. How's the farming going?
It's pretty good, CEAZOR.
Oh, that's great. What you growing these days?
Well, I'm growing cucumbers to make pickles, and I'm growing mushrooms as well.
Mushrooms and cucumbers. Don't those things fight for the resources of the land?
No. They're quite good together. They stay separate, and they are both very delicious.
Oh, that's great. Why don't you pickle the mushrooms? Hello and welcome to Caesar's Snack Sandwich. Today we're taking a look at pickle finance and mushroom finance. Now the reason why I'm looking at these two products at the same time is because they're similar in many ways, but they have some differences in some ways that I would like to illustrate, show you the differences between them. Let's start with the similarities. Okay, they both run these what they call vaults, right? They call them jars here at Pickle Finance, but at Mushroom Finance they call them vaults. And now basically they're like version 1 yearn vaults that take a single token and have a single strategy to make money from that token. So if you look here, Pickle Finance tends to use a lot of LP tokens, so like maybe Uniswap or SushiSwap LP tokens, and then they will harvest the rewards from this LP token and sell the reward and make more of these LP tokens for you. But it's not all just like this is a single token here, but as you can see, the majority of this is LP tokens. Whereas on Mushroom Finance, it tends to be the majority is single tokens, but they're probably going to make an LP token for you. So for example, this vault here is the WETH. So what they're going to do is they're going to take the WETH, they're going to supply it as collateral in unit and mint USDP, and then put USDP into Curve Pool and farm the CRV tokens and sell them. Now, why would you want to use these protocols instead of just maybe using Yearn? It's because both of these protocols have their own native token to give to incentivize people to use these vaults, okay? And that's another reason why the amount of vaults is limited. They cannot put infinite amount of vaults because they are incentivizing them with their native token. So in this case, it's the token, and in this case, it's the Pickle token. So how can you get the pickles and the mushroom tokens? You would go to farms. So if you go to farms here, and let's swing over to farms here. This first step of both of these protocols works in a similar manner. If you supply a token to the vault, they're going to give you back an M token. So in this case, maybe I've supplied 3 CRV and they've given me back M3 CRV. And then I would stick that M3 CRV in here. So I would stake it. Let's open this up. So I would stake it here, and then I would start to earn some mushroom rewards. So as you can see, I do have this vault here. I do have some ETH in here, and it's earning 5% in mushroom tokens. And every once in a while, I can come here and claim my mushroom tokens. Now, Pickle works in a similar way. So as you can see here, I've put my spell ETH LP, and I got back P as spell ETH, which is Pickle spell ETH LPs. And then I supplied them here, I staked them here, and I'm earning some Pickle tokens, okay? So that's how they basically work similarly. There are fees for both of these protocols. This P spell, remember, it's harvesting rewards for me and selling rewards, right? So what it's going to have a fee for that. It has a performance fee of 20%. So 20% of the profit is taken by Pickle Finance. And in the case of Mushroom Finance, 30% is taken by the vault itself. However, it's not just taken and they're not just keeping it. They're using it to, in this case, they're using it to buy back tokens. So they're raising the price of tokens, and those buyback tokens are all given to the people who stake their MMs in this vault. So mushrooms is a pretty simple system in that, you earn your mushroom tokens and then you can stake them in this mushroom farm, the Super Mario mushroom farm. And then all of the fees from all of the vaults are used to buy Mushroom tokens and given to the people staking in here. So this APR is based 100% on the fees generated by the vaults. So they're not emitting more tokens to incentivize this pool. Now, Pickle is very different, okay? So I'm going to spend a little bit more time trying to explain how Pickle works. However, there is some similarities, like they do have fees. Like I said, they have 20% fees. However, only 45% of the fees is taken and given to people who have DIL. So what is DIL, right? So if we go back to the main site here and we go to DIL, we click this, we end up on the DIL page. Now the DIL is a token you get when you stake your pickles. So to stake your pickles, you need to lock them for a time period. You have a choice of 1 month, 1 year, 2 years, or 4 years. And the longer you lock, the more DIL you get per pickle. So 1 pickle is going to get you this many if you lock for a month, and 4 years it's going to get you almost an entire DIL. Okay, now what does the DIL do? The DIL allows you to do some voting, which I'll get into in a second, but it also gives you a 45% revenue, a claim on 45% of the revenue share. Now, they do have an explanation here that explains it quite well. So basically, remember the 20% is taken from all the vaults, and then 45% of that is shared with these DIL holders. And again, they're buying pickles from the market at random and then giving them to these people. So you would come to here and you would claim your pickles if you had any pickles. So you can go through the numbers and check to see like, oh, how much am I going to get? How much is it worth? And you do some math and so forth like that. Now, another thing that this DIL does for you, there's three things. First of all, it gives you a 45% revenue share, but then it also boosts your farms. So let's go back to farms here. And then if we scroll down to, let's go to the one that I'm actually active in, and you can see your APY is 143, but the APY range says 143 to 176. So if I had a whole bunch of DIL, then I could get boostable, my APY here would be boosted more. So that's one of the reasons why you want to hold a DIL, is because you're going to get even more pickles from that sense, right? The other thing that that is happening here that's very interesting is if you look at this chart here, it shows you the allocation of pickles. So they have a certain amount of pickles that they're going to give out every week or every month or whatever, and they have a voting mechanism. So everyone who has DIL gets to cast a vote. So they can go here, they can choose, oh, I want to vote on this, and I can vote with my DIL to say how many pickles can go to these different farms. However, if you compare that to Mushroom Finance, Mushrooms is like, these APRs are designed by the team, and the team makes all the decisions. So Pickle is a little more decentralized in this factor. So the people who hold Pickle are the people who decide how much Pickle goes to who, right? So that pretty much covers the general overview and just the kind of major differences between these two protocols. I like them both, and I use them both, and I think they're both valuable to be used. They both have pretty good track records. To be full disclosure, Pickle was hacked a long time ago, but they've recuperated this hack, and I'm sure they've learned from it. I haven't heard of any hacks on Mushroom Finance in the life of it, but they took some technology that was put out there, and they've really focused on it, and they haven't really tried to diverge from it. They just make it work well, right? Now, there is one more thing that makes them different, and that is Pickle is on Ethereum and Polygon. So if you're a Polygon user, you can check out Pickle and find out whether or not there's any farms there that you would like to take part in. And then Mushroom is on Ethereum and Phantom. So if you're on Phantom, you can check out Mushroom and see if there's anything there that looks juicy to you. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.